Ooh, 4 seconds in. Hey guys, I'm live. And we're going to do a live what's sold on eBay video tonight. So I'm going to wait a couple of minutes to see if a few people come in. When you get in here, let me know. Uh, just leave me a comment in the chat. Now there is a delay, so I won't see it right away. We got punches recently. What's up, Scott? I haven't spoken to you in a while. We'll be going to North Carolina here probably at Christmas time again. So we'll make sure to hook up. We got 3 live viewers. I'm going to try StreamYard's screen sharing feature tonight. If you guys aren't signed up with StreamYard yet, there is a link. There should be a link down below. Every day I'm hustling what's up. So we'll just wait a few minutes for a couple more people to come in. Hey, I'll let you know my dates and times if I do come this year. We should be. And we'll hook up again. Mara Ketch. What's Steve, Ohio? That's me. And CH Enterprise. So we got 5 live viewers right now. So I'm going to go ahead and try to figure out the screen share thing. Dude, Scott, I'm nervous about posting. That's why I don't post as much as I should. I get nervous. First of all, can everybody see and hear me fine? And if so, then we'll go ahead and start with the good stuff here. So, what's up in Ohio? I got it. Nothing. I got to show you guys this really cool thing I found today. Before we get started, I found a lot of cool things today, but I've been looking for this for a very long time, and the value isn't as much as they used to be. But this is a Poly. StreamYard looking Chris. This is a Barbie Polaroid. These still have a decent value. The comps are anywhere from 21 to 77. If you set this into Amazon, you can get like $70 for it, but I'm not going to do that. I get nervous only because I'm me. I still get on live, and because I know I can do this, and with people like Scott the Bearded Picker and John Chartier and Sue, She Sells by Sue on the morning show, they've all helped me along. So yeah, the internet is a cruel world, but guess what? Ignore it. That's what I do. Anyway, so without further ado, I'm going to show you guys what I sold. Now, a lot of these products are discontinued, as in the title of the show. Not all of them, but they probably all are in a way, but a lot of these are discontinued products, and I'll tell you as much as I can remember about them, and then Steven Strait, what's up? And then I'll go ahead and tell you what I bought them for if I can remember, and what I sold them for if I can remember. Some of these were best offers, so it may not be quite what it says on the screen. So here we go. Hey, look at that. It works. I've told you once, I'll tell you again, flip phones sell. This is an LG Accolade VX5600. It's just a Verizon flip phone. When you're selling these flip phones, make sure they work with 3G, because if they do not, then you probably will get a return. And I have had that happen. And some of these prepaid phones, and I make sure to state that in the description, that it may not work on a contract plan. But this one, I probably paid under $5 for it. We sold it for $40, so that's not a bad deal right there. Okay, here is the first I got the buyer's name, and I don't want to show that. Here's the first discontinued product that we found. If you can find these, we probably, everything we bought that day, we paid $150 for a bunch of stuff. I still have these available if you guys need some Aveeno. We bought a ton of stuff that day. These were probably about $1.50 a piece, so $3 to $5 into this sale. So we sold these for $49.95. Discontinued products, if you can find them, there's a ton of money in them. So this is a discontinued item, so go ahead and look for that. Aveeno Nourish and Moisture shampoo. It's just regular Aveeno shampoo. There's nothing really spectacular about it, but they don't make it anymore, so it makes it more valuable. These came from a scratch and dent type store, and I talk about those a lot. The reason they're not on Amazon is because I don't have They probably go for more on Amazon. I don't know. They're not on Amazon because I don't have receipts to prove it. So I I try not to send things in the Amazon. Sometimes I do, depending on the product, but generally, stuff like this, I'm not going to send in. And I may be restricted in a Vino. I don't recall. Okay, next. Here's another. This one I don't think is. Oh, what do you want to say? A discontinued product, but and you can see it reflects in the price. This one only sold for $9.99, but we got these at our warehouse store, and we only paid under 50 cents for them. So we got a bunch of these. In fact, it says 20 available. I have 20 of these. Sold one so far. These ones take a little bit of while to sell. Yeah, Swiffer. There was some Swiffer products that Scott and I were looking at. Scott Punch's resales. I'll tell you in 1 second every day. We both, Scott and I, made quite a bit of money on those stupid Swiffer pads just because they're a discontinued item. And the way you find discontinued items is just look. A lot of times we scan things, and if you're finding a normal product like a Vino and it comes up really high priced, chances are that product is probably discontinued. But there are people online. There's people on Instagram who will talk about discontinued products. You can type in discontinued, #discontinued or something on Instagram. I don't do Instagram. My wife does. She finds a lot of this stuff online, and then we go out and look for it. And sometimes we just get lucky. With a lot of this stuff, we got lucky. The warehouse that we go to was having a 75% off everything in the store sale, and this was one of the items that we got that day. This is another item we got that day. These are also a discontinued item. These are out of date, and I suggest that you be careful when you're selling out of date things. These are no longer made anymore, so I don't have as much of a problem selling this as an out of date item, but I clearly state in the thing that this item has been discontinued and therefore it's past its best buy date. And I may have even put the best buy date in the title. I don't know. I guess I didn't on this one. So I make sure everybody knows. What's up, Craig? Make sure everybody knows. So this one, we paid pennies for these at the warehouse store because they were, I believe these were at the warehouse store. If not, they were at the, I think maybe 50 cents we have into these. So that's not a bad deal. You can see we've already sold 3 of them. They sold pretty quick. Here's another nice one. We have a lot of these. We have, let's see, 8 of these available. We just sold 1. I shipped it out yesterday. This is Vivid Color by Graham Webb. A lot of the Graham Webb stuff you'll see in here is discontinued items, and this is one of them. Graham Webb is also a very good brand, apparently. You can see even the cap on this one was a little bit messed up. It's been around a while, but somebody paid me $39.95 for that small little tube of whatever the heck it is. I don't even care, right? It's all good, right? Here's a pair of shoes. These are older, but they were brand new. They still had the tags on them, you can see. We went to a yard sale last weekend, and you'll see a couple more pairs of shoes we got from that yard sale. The lady had a bunch of shoes. Now, I think this one, you may be able to see it in the tag. No, might not have been this particular pair. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, right there. Exclusively at Kohl's. So my guess is this lady had some sort of connection with Kohl's because a lot of the shoes had that on there. And these were brand new. I said they didn't come with a box, but I shipped them in the box anyway. The reason I said brand new, no box, is because I didn't want to, if I could ship them cheaper, I would. Now, these ones shipped for $8.95, I believe. But anyway, we have $7.50 into these, and we sold them for $49.95, and we did get shipping on top of that, so that was a pretty good sale. And these sold in less than a week. Brand new shoes. They're a lot like the Skechers Shape-Ups, if you are familiar with those. Not as good resale value, but really nice shoe. And they were a small size, 7.5 women's. I don't know if that's small or not. This is out of that old camera lot, so we do have some of that stuff in here. I guess you could consider this discontinued as well. $29.95. I'm well into the money on that camera lot. I made a lot of money on the camera, and I know nothing about cameras, but this is just a Nikon, wasn't in great shape. Life Touch Zoom 120 ED-AF, whatever all that means. I did put a battery in it, did test and power on, and that's all I could tell them in the description. So really good stuff. Really good stuff. 22 live viewers. Say hi in the chat to me if you're here. All right, free box. Here's another item. Here's another thing you guys got to be looking at. These things sold super quick, and I probably could have got a couple more dollars out of them. But these are just Sirius XM external car antennas. You put this part here is magnetic, very strong magnet. I had 2 of these. I only took 2 pictures of the doggone thing. Sold them within a couple of days. The crazy card, what's up? In it to flip it, what's up? S Diamond, what's up? Thanks for coming in, guys. I appreciate it. Anyway, so these Sirius antennas, the other one was actually in better condition, but when I take pictures of a multiple quantity item that's used, I'll take pictures of the worst one I have. And that's because I want them to get a better quality product when they get it. So I had 2 of these, sold them both $14.95, have 0 into them. Not bad. This one was $1 at the Goodwill. Wasn't what I thought it was, so I just sold it for $6.99. I probably made $1 out of it. We've got Mike McCloskey and John Jones. Refurbish those cables. Did I write refurbished on something? I don't know what you're talking about. Remind me what you're saying. What cables did I have refurbished? Anyway, so here's another. I believe this one's not in existence anymore. And for you folks who don't know, I have 2 screens, so I'm looking at one. And if it said refurbished in there, that was probably not right. But I did clean them up, if that counts. You can open them and solder inside, and I haven't actually done one, but you can refurbish them. I have one that I need to do that on, and then I'll do that. But if I wrote refurbished in there, it was a mistake, and hopefully they still work. I did test them, so it's not a big deal. So even if they weren't refurbished, it's fine. $16.99. These, I believe, are discontinued. Lady bought 2 of them, so I gave her free shipping on the second one. So it cost me a little bit more to send them, but that was all right because I still made the money. These are cherry almond firm hold spray. We probably have $1.50 into these each, so $3 into that sale. This one was from my warehouse, and I had these for quite a long time, and they weren't selling. It's some sort of German product, Floravital liquid iron. They are heavy. They weigh a ton, but I sold both of these. I had 3. I sold 2 in the last week, and I've had them for months, so I don't know what's going on with it. I don't know if this one's a discontinued item, but it does sell really well if you find this stuff. I have probably $2 or $3 into these, so that's not bad. All right, another pair of shoes from that $7.50 buy. Each pair was $7.50. These are Nike Air Bella. I've already got really good feedback on these. Very, very, very lightweight shoes, but another shoe that they don't make anymore. So $34.95 on a $7.50 buy. I don't know why I had free shipping on them. I think just because everybody else did. But these are really nice shoes. And they didn't have any tags, but I tried to get a picture of the insides with the paper. Let me see if it actually went on. No, it did not. But you can see they've never been worn. The lady was very happy with them. Size 8. Strange stuff sells. You're right. Here's one of those strange items. I bought an entire box of billiard balls for $12, thinking that they might be something. And they didn't have a lot of resale value as a set, so I decided to break it up. So I've been selling billiard balls for $10. Now, I paid $12 for the whole set. I don't remember how many balls. What's 18, 16, something like that. I took my isopropyl alcohol cap and set it down and put the balls on it. Took the pictures, 2 pictures, one of each side. That was it. everybody's given me really good feedback on these. They're a vintage set where, and people might need to replace one. So I'm probably making $2 or $3 a piece on them. Not much, but they're selling. So I'll sell anything if it'll make me a little bit of money. Here's another discontinued item. Another Graham Webb Brit style exothermic medium hold gel. I sold 2 of these at $34.95. I didn't put. If I sold multiples, I tried not to put multiples in this. But 25 live viewers, nice. That is very cool. So anyway, $34.95 for these. Again, a discontinued, I believe, discontinued item. And we just happened upon these ones. These ones we didn't do any research on. We didn't know about them, but now we'll be looking for them. We're actually going back to the place we got these, the Scratch and Dent store. And you can see the container wasn't very nice. And this was the worst one I had. So I took the picture of this one. But they still sell because people want these things. Why? I don't know. Yeah, I didn't care that the 9 was upside down on the other side. I just turned the ball around. I took a picture, turned the ball around, took a picture. That was it. And it's still sold, so it's all right. This is a binding machine. This is one of those things that I thought was going to be really good. Now, what this does is, like those old, churchy cookbooks and stuff, these things put those together. It puts the little plastic binders on it. This one I bought for like $3.89 at the Goodwill. I took a best offer of $16 plus shipping. Julie, what's up, Julie? From Kansas. My granddad was from Kansas originally. He tells me he told me, he's passed now, but he told me a lot of stories about Kansas. And back in the Prohibition days where they used to hide their whiskey up in a water tower, which is a pretty cool stories I had from him about Kansas. But he moved to Pennsylvania back in the 40s and never left. So after the war, he moved here, and because there was work here, and they never left, so they stayed here. Here's a TI-83 Plus, just a TI-83 Plus. My wife listed this while I was in Las Vegas. She did a very fine job. Really don't need a lot of pictures of these things. This one was missing the cover. You want to show the battery compartment on these to show that it's not corroded, and you want to show something on the screen. Neither one of us knows how to do a graph. I could look it up, but I never have. We paid $1 for this one, so we got 22. Looks like free shipping, so not bad. If it had the cover, I would have probably sent it into Amazon. So Polaroids still sell. I wouldn't pay more than $1 a piece for general Polaroids like this one. There's nothing really special about this particular one, although it is a later version, one of the later versions with the rubber strap and all that stuff. But still, Retrospect isn't buying these anymore. 27 live viewers now. Thanks, guys, for watching. Sorry, I got Sturgis going on outside. It's like that every day in the summer here. We have a beautiful park around the corner, and the motorcyclists love it there. So anyway, but you can still make a little bit of money. They cost $7.55 to ship in a padded flat rate if you can get them in there. And that's what I did with this one. I have a box that fits right inside that padded flat rate with this camera inside, so it works well. And if it's going closer, I have to do it that way, but because I can ship it sometimes cheaper than the padded flat rate, straight priority if it's in this region, but this one wasn't, so it went a padded flat rate. Didn't get any feedback yet, but they still sell. It just takes a little bit longer and for a little bit less money. Here's a cool one. I also got this at my warehouse store for $3. This is a Disney Tsum Tsum Christmas Countdown 24-day Advent calendar. Now, I had these for a very long time. I bought them right after last Christmas. They went on sale. I got them for $3 a piece, and now they're starting to sell because Christmas, people are starting to already think about Christmas. And you'll see that because I have another Christmas item in here. So if you aren't thinking about Christmas and selling Christmas items, you better start thinking about it because they are already starting to sell. I had these listed for a very long time, and I am starting to sell them now. And I do have to do something because I actually no longer have these available. So I need to go through, and this one won't let me revise here. Oh, it does say this is no longer. I ended that listing. Uh, these ones I did. It says 2016, but it's actually no date. I don't know why 2016 is just the date it was manufactured. If you open these, they can be used for any year. I'll show you the picture here. It doesn't actually have a date on it, so it just was manufactured in 2016. And I probably didn't sell as many because I put that in there, but I wanted them to know, so I did it. But anyway, it still sells. Christmas is sellings. What is my average listing count in my store? You'd be surprised. I tend to keep under 300 items in my store at a time. It's not quantity, it's quality. And I believe I sell a lot of quality items. The ones that aren't quality stick around for a long time. But so right now, I think I have just under 300 listings, and that tends to be where I'm at. So 300 listings at a time, that's more than enough for me to handle. And I make pretty good, decent. Well, you can see what I make on these things. This isn't everything I've sold recently. This is just a good portion. I did cut out a few items, but nothing that was super, super cool or anything. There's some discontinued items that I'm still looking for that I didn't. But you guys could track down my store if you really wanted to and find out. But go ahead and do the work. If you do the work, I don't care if you know. If you want me to, if I don't want to just sit here and tell everybody, hey, go out and buy this. It's on sale and you can find it or whatever. But if you, my store name's right in here. You can go ahead and look it up if you want to. As long as you're willing to do the work, go ahead and find those items. It's awesome. All right, this is the River Cottage collection. This is from 2009, 10-disc box set. This one took about a month to sell. I resurfaced the discs that needed resurfaced, and I believe I put that in the title. Some discs have been resurfaced to remove minor scratching. They did work, but I wanted them to look nice for the customers. So I did take a best offer on this one, I believe, of $50. We paid $3.89 for this one at the Goodwill. So this is some sort of BBC show, I believe, or Channel 4 out of the UK. I actually watched a couple of them, and they were actually pretty good. But $3.89 and the $50, I'll take it all day long. All right, another Texas Instruments calculator, so the TI-89. She should have put titanium. My wife listed this while I was in Vegas, and she missed titanium in the title, but we still got $60 for this thing. She tested it. She did all the testing on it. You can see it has some of that. She took more pictures of this one, which is really nice. She did the battery cover thing, which is nice. And she showed that end because this does have a USB cable. It did come with the manual, the disc, and she found a USB cable, and she didn't just throw any USB cable in it. She made sure to test this USB cable with this calculator. Let's see what her description looks like. Very nice. I told her not to put this shipped with USPS first class in there, but she did it anyway. That's all right, because she did, in fact, have to ship this one priority. But we were able to get this one actually into one of those paper type priority flat rate envelopes with some padding, of course. There's another pool ball. This is number 2. And yes, number 2 is upside down because I just spun it around. That's all I did to take the picture. And it was a really simple, easy picture. I wasn't asking a lot of money for these, so I wasn't really super particular on the pictures. Here's a pair of boots, $3.89. These were not in that $7.50 deal. These were $3.89 at the Goodwill. They took about a month to sell, and we got $30 for them plus shipping. So Timberland boots, every time I find them. These ones did have some issues, and I made sure to take good pictures of that and stated it in the listing. If you're selling shoes, just make sure you're stating every little flaw in that listing. It helps out a lot. Lost a couple live viewers. Oh, no. Here's another, I believe this one's discontinued. We've got a couple dollars, maybe $2 into this one. This is, I don't even know how to say it. Renee Ferturer Okara, some sort of shampoo. There's another discontinued, I believe, item that we found at the Scratch and Dent store in that $150 deal and sold it. We sold 2 of these, actually.
So we made a lot of money on that. This is a Five Nights at Freddy's Funko Pop. I want to say I got this one at GameStop. I don't remember. It was really cheap. It was like 90% off at a GameStop or some crazy number like that, 75 or 90% off. GameStop didn't get a lot of money for it. I don't do a lot of Funkos, and I have a few more of these left, but they'll eventually sell. But I got them cheap enough that I decided I'd give it a shot. Bose. Everybody knows Bose. Anything Bose will sell. And these are actually ceiling brackets. They're white ceiling speaker brackets. So this package here was damaged a little bit, and I tried to show that in the listing here. Didn't come out well, but I did mention it in the title or in the listing. But these are just ceiling brackets for Bose speakers. CH, I did have a complete set of billiard balls, but that particular set is basically a generic set of billiard balls. And as a generic set, even though they're vintage, they just didn't have a lot of value to them. So, as a set, I think it was like $25 for the set shipped, which, if you know anything about billiard balls, they're heavy. So, what I did was just split them up and sold them individually. I'm still not making a ton of money on them, but it was worth me splitting them up and selling them individually as opposed to trying to ship them and losing money because I paid $12 for the set. It came in an Imperial box, and I didn't do my homework on it. Imperial is another, I believe it was Imperial, is another brand of billiard balls, and they can go for a lot of money. But these ones were unbranded, so somebody bought a new set of balls and put the old ones in the Imperial box. And so that's why I bought it thinking I was getting a good set of balls when I really wasn't. That's all. Here's another. I don't know if it's discontinued. I'm pretty sure it is. This is Redken 16. As you can see, there's a giant dent in the can. Tried to get a good picture of that. Still got $32.99 for it. Have under $3 into it. Any of these health and beauty items that you're seeing on my show tonight are under $3 into these things. Nat King Cole. This came out of a free box, actually. I'm gated on Amazon and CDs and DVDs. I'm working on getting that rectified, but as of present, I'm still gated. I actually listened to this entire CD. It's all spiritual, religious type songs from Nat King Cole. For some reason, the pictures that I edited didn't come out. Yeah, I busted up the balls. That's right. So anyway, Nat King Cole, if you find this one on Amazon, it does a little bit better, but on eBay, you still can get $15 for this CD. This is another one I believe I resurfaced. Oh no, this one was actually in really nice condition. I used it to test some stereo equipment, and it worked really well. And I listened to the entire thing a couple times through it. I love Nat King Cole. I don't care what he sings. Here's another one of those Graham Webb, $69.99. I'm telling you, folks, go out and look for this stuff. It's out there if you just know how to find it. Just get your scanner and start scanning. You go to a scratch and dent store, and that's just like one of those discount grocery stores that get pallet loads of, discontinued or shelf pulls or whatever. Just go find one. Go look. There's money there, and that's what this place was. And they even knew that this stuff was valuable. They didn't care. They just wanted it gone because they get a lot of that kind of stuff. We spent about an hour in this store because we found so much of it. But again, this one had a bad bottom. So I made sure to get an extra picture of that bottom. And we sold 2 of these at $70 a piece. Big money. Graham Webb Silk Repair. Go look for it. This is a retail arbitrage buy from a long time ago. I finally sold all of these. It was a bad buy. I made maybe $1 or $2 in these. I think I had $8 into them. You can see this was a variation listing. So there was black, red, and blue. And then there was a few, how many of each color I had. This was actually a red one. I don't know why it shows the black here. The last one I had was one of these red ones. But yeah, I sold them all out, but it took a long time, and I probably wouldn't do that buy again. Although I didn't lose money, it just wasn't the best buy I ever had. I was new into trying to find things to sell, and I thought I could sell these on Amazon, and I was gated. in skull candy, and they didn't go for nearly as much on eBay. So we ended up selling on eBay and made a couple dollars a piece, but not that much. Good little headphones, though. I kept a set for myself. All right. Oh, here's a really, really, really good one. These are a pair of, I think they were Bausch and Lomb. I don't even think I put it up in the title. They are 1/10 12 karat gold filled. So they're not gold, but they're gold filled, which just is like a plating. They were a very ornate frame, and I tried to capture that. Let me see if I can find a good picture of the ornateness. It was really hard to capture the ornateness of these glasses, but it was very, there it is. You can kind of see it here. And I had seen another pair, so I was going to sell these for $25. I paid $2 at a yard sale for these, but you can see how nice those are around the edges. But I had seen another pair sell for about $75, so I said, what the heck, I'll try it. And they sold, but here's the kicker. Look at this case. And you would think that this is a pretty modern case, but it is not. It's actually probably made around the same time as the glasses, but that was the coolest case I've ever seen, and I'll show you the inside. That store, 931 State Street in Erie, PA, is not a National Optics store, and I don't remember when it ever was, so that's a very old case, but that one sold overseas somewhere. I don't remember where it went, but $75 for a $2 pair of glasses. So that's not bad. So when you're out looking, I carry one of these with me. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it's a loop. There's different variations and styles. The one I carry with me is a little bit smaller. And you can tell right here, usually on this bridge, you can see right there it says 12K GF. And then on the arms, I don't know if I got a good picture of the arms. It was really hard to get a good picture of the arms on this inside, so I may not have. But on the inside of the arms, it usually has some details as well. So did I get a picture of that? I must not have. Yeah, the pictures of the arms didn't come out well. But carry a loop with you. If you see 12 karat GF, that's usually good. Scrap gold buyers will buy them. Or in a case like this, they don't want the lenses, they want the frames. And in a case like this, a collector is buying it, or somebody who's, I don't know what they actually do with them, but they're really cool glasses. Here's another one. Here's one of my better sales of the month. This is a $15 purchase at a yard sale. This is the kind that makes the noise. It may also give a shock. I do not know. But I do know this is the kind that makes the noise. It did come with a collar. It came with the unit itself. I threw the flags in, and it had the power adapter and a charger for the collar. So it was a rechargeable battery. What's up, Just Me? Kathy, what's up? So anyway, this one was a $15 buy. This pet safe stuff, guys, if you find it, it's big money in this stuff. $15 into $159.95. They didn't even squabble about the price, and that had shipping as well, $10 shipping as well. So this stuff is out there. This is the second or third unit I've sold in the last month. She would have liked to test that on me, but this is the kind I think that just makes the noise. So it wasn't great. All right, so this one I've had for a very long time. I got it for probably 99 cents at the Goodwill, and I think I had this one listed for a couple of years. On Amazon, this one should do about $40, but on eBay it doesn't do as well. People just aren't searching eBay for this one. But I had it for a while, and we sold it for $16.95. Nice disc. I listened to it. It was really good. I like to listen to a lot of these things. This one is Clara Haskell, who I guess is really well known, and she's doing Schumann. So she did a piano concerto somewhere, and it was really nice and soothing to listen to. Here is another Redken. The last one was 16. This one's 12. This one we also got $34.95 for. We'll talk about the bundles as soon as I'm done. They're not doing as well as we'd like. We actually haven't sold any yet. We've made some major mistakes in our bundling process, and that's why they're not selling them. Now we know the mistakes that we made, and so we can rectify that with future bundles. But bundling on Amazon isn't just throw something out there and let it go. And it's not like we did some of that. We did a lot of research on these products, but there were some things that I didn't realize. Like when you send anything liquid in, and one of our bundles has some liquid product in it, you have to have an MSDS sheet for that, and it has to match the product title. Well, I'm throwing a bundle together; it's not going to match the product title. And Amazon has restrictions on certain other things that don't allow you to say, let's throw pay-per-click on it or something like that. And so our second bundle, we couldn't do that. And so we're just having a few issues with it, but we'll get there. Our next one won't have any of those things, and we're actually putting it together now, and it should be, according to John Chartier, a very amazing idea and a very good bundle, and a couple of the other ones. So anyway, so I did talk about bundles, but yes, bundles will work, but it's basically bringing a new product to market, and it's very difficult and tough, but we will make it work. So anyway, I think I talked about this one, so we'll let it go. This is another one I had for a long time, thought it would sell. It's an older Twins is the brand name of the hat. It's the old style Angels logo. $12.99 plus shipping. I had that for a long time. I got it probably 2 years ago. Let's see if I can highlight Craig's. There, nothing wrong with making mistakes as long as you learn from them and don't repeat the same mistakes exactly. And that's what we're doing. So, and you're right, they are learning opportunities. All right. You guys would never guess, but I got this. I think I got this out of a free box. If not, I paid a couple bucks for it. These were sealed PlayStation 2 memory cards, and I was blown away with what you can get for these things. Now, they did take a little while to sell. Some people are selling them a lot cheaper than this. I don't care. Somebody made $34.95 on these PS2 memory cards at one point, so I'm going to make $34.95 on these PS2 memory cards, and guess what? I did. So we sold 2 sealed ones. Now, you can sell the unsealed ones. You won't get as much, but I think I sold a lot of 8. For a good amount of money one time. So you can do that as well. But these were brand new sealed. They still actually had a little, I don't know if you can see up here at the top, some little plastic thing that held them onto the thing. When you zoom into my pictures, sometimes they get a little blurry. That one's a little better. But just brand new sealed PlayStation 2 memory cards. Who'd have thunk it, right? But they sell. Like I said, another discontinued product, right? A lot of what we do is discontinued. Here's that other Graham Webb for $70. I already showed you the other one, so I don't need to show you this one again. All right, here's another item that I know a lot of resellers sell these. This was brand new sealed in the pack, and it came with 2 of them. They were the Namco Pac-Man and Mrs. Pac-Man. They also had a bunch of other games on there. I paid $2 for this at a yard sale. Looks like we got $60 for it. Hey, Pat Dees, what's up, my man? I gotta go watch your video with Eric and the banana guy after this. So I saw that you uploaded it, and it looks like you might have had a good time. So I want to see that. Okay, so anyway, these are, this stuff is out there. Here's another one from that camera lot. This is another, just a cheap point shoot camera, Monauta Freedom Action Riva Zoom 90. I have no idea. The good thing about a lot of the cameras that I got in that lot were that they had boxes with them and instructions and manuals, and this one actually had a bag with it. And I did test all the batteries. I like to take this picture so they can see what it looks like inside. I had to lighten up the picture on eBay. I used their little magic wand thingy. Debbie Does Sales is in here. What's up, Debbie? So anyway, this one sold for $30. I paid $40 for that whole lot. I've probably made $400 or $500 on it now. Well, I'm probably over that because we sold that one radio for $100, which was an off eBay sale. This was one of my coolest finds ever. This is a vintage Frank Zappa. Look at that logo. Look at that. That is beautiful. Frank Zappa hat. It was filthy. I don't know if you could see there. It was filthy and dirty, and I sold it anyway. I wanted to make sure that they knew how dirty it was. And it was made in the USA by US Cap. I didn't get $100 for this. I did take a best offer of $25. I had it for quite a while. Jason. Why couldn't I remember Jason? Gordon Burns says, am I switching to selling more on... Let me highlight the comment so everybody can see it. I got to remember that I can do this. Am I switching to selling more on eBay because RA has dried up for Amazon? Hell no. I sell a lot of stuff on eBay, but RA is my bread and butter. And I just don't show you guys a lot of that because it's my bread and butter, it's hard to show you guys that stuff. So, because obviously the more people that know about some of this stuff, the harder it is for me to go out and find it. RA was a little slow over the summer. I'm not going to lie to you. I was able to be refreshed when I went to ASD by Scott, who showed me a couple items to go out and pick up, but it's still a very hard product to find. But no, RA, I disagree. I'm going to highlight your comment every day I'm hustling. RA won't dry up unless there isn't any retail stores. Yes and no. RA for Amazon is going to get tougher and tougher and tougher. And it's not because of competition. It's because of Amazon putting in more and more rules. RA for eBay is going to get a little bit bigger, I think. And I do RA on both platforms. I do most of my RA on Amazon. I'm moving towards more of a wholesale type model because it just makes more sense in the long term. I need a steady income instead of depending on if there's a sale or a clearance item or whatever. Not that I don't make a lot of money over on Amazon. I do. It pays my bills. It affords my wife a little bit of freedom with her paychecks. So, but will RA dry up? No. And will the opportunities dry up? Probably. So it is what it is. But anyway, I just wanted to highlight that comment because I want to make sure I understood it and everybody else understood what you were saying. So it is slow in the summer times. I do make more money on eBay some weeks, but generally I still make way more on Amazon. This is a really cool one. This one I found in my desk drawer right here, right in my, And Alan, I want to highlight Alan's comment. RA will be there. You just have to work at it. And you're going to have to work harder at it. And let's see what Graham said. You think RA for Amazon still long-term viable with IP complaints? That's what I'm talking about. It's not the IP complaints as much. I rarely get an IP complaint. I think I've had 2 in the entire time I've been selling on Amazon, which is a year now. However, Amazon needs to protect themselves. And it's harder for them to protect themselves with the RA model than it is with the wholesale or the direct from distributor or manufacturer models. So they're going to make it tougher eventually. If you've seen the news lately, there's a lot of scams that go on and counterfeit products and stuff like that. And they need to crack down on that to protect the platform. And I'm all for that. They need to do that. So it's going to get tougher and tougher. That's all. Sourcing the dumpsters till 4 a.m. Just me, Kathy. That is awesome. Okay, so this one is seller refurbished. I wrote it right there because I refurbished it. And I meant to do a video on this as part of my Fix It or Fail videos. But this, if you guys don't know what this is, it's a Game Boy Advance. This is the AGS 101, which is the brighter screen. This is the more sought after Nintendo Game Boy Advance SP. So if you find one, you can get about $100 or more for them. This one I threw in this Zelda Four Swords game. And I took a nice picture of the screen so they could see it working. It had a little bit of a faulty button, but when I pulled it out of the drawer, this is what the case looked like. And I don't know if you guys can see that. Plus, the case was very, 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 very brittle. In fact, you barely touched it and it started cracking. I don't know what happened to this thing in the past. So what I did is went on eBay and bought a replacement case for it. I recased it. It came with a nice sticker. Came with a nice back sticker, which isn't the exact sticker that came on the original, but it still just says it's an AGS 101. And I made sure to tell everybody in the listing. And it came with an extra screen that I decided not to change the screen because the screen in it was really good, and a charging cord. So I took a free Game Boy Advance and made $100 on it. So yeah, I know my fix it or fail videos are fun to watch, but I have to keep finding things to fix. I bought an Xbox 360 today, hoping it had the red ring of death so I could do that one, but this one actually works. So there's not a lot of money in an Xbox 360, but if you have the red ring of death on them, it is a fixable thing. And I did a lot of research on it, and now I know how to do it. So that'll probably be my next one. And they don't always work, so that'd be a great one. So I will do it again. It's just that with AST in Vegas and all that stuff, it was a little bit difficult. All right, so I like to sell these. And again, I'm restricted in DVDs at this point, working on it. I should know in a week or so. This is Core Rhythms Dance Exercise Program. I don't know. Fix your buns, I guess, and your thighs at the same time. This was sealed. I got it at a yard sale for $1. I sell a lot of these kind of things, believe it or not. These exercise dance videos, and any kind of exercise type videos, stuff like that. They are really cool to sell because people still buy them. This one, I don't know when this one came out. It probably says somewhere on here. 2008. So it's a little bit older, but somebody still wanted it. And we sold it for $20. Here's another one out of that camera lot. This was a really cool camera. This is one of my favorite ones. This is a Kodak Tourist camera, I believe. Yeah, Kodak Tourist folding camera. Just a really cool camera. I actually took this one entirely apart, cleaned it up, and put it back together. Let's see who's contacting me. That was Sue Redmond. I'm going to turn the volume into our show chat. So, anyway, this is a cool camera. This also came out of that camera lot. I have under $1 into each one of these cameras, and I sold the entire lot. I bought the lot for $40. I took out the good ones, sold the rest of that lot for $40 again at my yard sale. So I broke even just on selling the lot. I might have sold it for $30, but even there, the first thing I sold paid for the entire lot plus some anyway. So you don't have to know anything about vintage cameras to know something about vintage cameras. You know that they sell. But that was my favorite camera out of the whole lot. This is a Hallmark Jingle Pals. I sell a ton of these things. Not all of them are worth a lot of money, but this particular one was worth $35 to somebody. This one sold within less than a week once I got it. So this one, the dog didn't move, but the lights around, I don't know if I captured the lights. No, I wasn't able to capture the lights with the camera. But the snowman moved and sang, and the dog would bark, and those lights would light up there. So these things, if you find them, do pretty well. I've sold a ton of these over the last 3 years. So, and you usually typically get them at yard sales. This one was $2, but $2 or less. $5 is the most I would pay for a certain particular ones. There's one with a penguin and a lamp or a Christmas tree, and he's putting a star on the Christmas tree. That one goes for about $60. That one I would pay a little more for, but these typical $35, $25 ones, I'd only pay about $1 or $2. But I do find them all the time. Dan A., what's up, my man? How'd that all work out for you, man? You don't have to say anything in the chat, but I just want to know how that all worked out for you. Give me a call later or something. All right, so we got SAS. These are like orthopedic type shoes, or for older people like these shoes. These are 10 WWs. I mean, they're big, wide shoes. We got these at Goodwill for $3.99, or $3.89. Anytime I buy shoes at the Goodwill, that's what they are. These were in pretty nice condition. I had 2 pairs of these. That picture didn't come out as good. For some reason, my pictures weren't coming out. But anyway, they still sold. Got $35. I had another pair that was a lighter color or a darker color. I don't remember which. Brown, and they sold for the same price. So pretty. It's a at least if they're new in the plastic, they might go for more. Just me, Kathy. Those ones with the penguin putting a star on the tree, those are really good ones. Might want to wait a little while, or at least price them high enough. Price them at the highest because it's Christmas time. So you need to price them higher. This is Paul Mitchell. I don't know if this one's one of those discontinued products or not, but we got $15 for it. We have cents into this one. I think we got this one at our warehouse store, which is just basically a giant scratch and dent store. And my favorite sale of the lot, this is a Nintendo Flame Red 3DS bundle with Mario and all sorts of other cool things with it. My wife found this on the floor at a yard sale. It was laying on the floor, literally. She's seen just this case, and it said $10 on it. So she picked it up and opened it and saw that there was a Nintendo. She doesn't know much about Nintendos, but she knew that I like that kind of stuff, so she brought it over to me. And this is what she found. 22 games, a charging dock, charging cord, this case, and the DS itself. So we sold this 3 times. The first time didn't stick. The second time the buyer wanted a discount and all sorts. I wanted different games. I'm like, dude, that's not how this works. So he agreed to agreed to cancel that order, and then it sold again. So I got the entire $189. Got the entire $189.95 out of this thing. So it took a while to sell. We found this about a month and a half to 2 months ago, but this is why I do yard sales still. This is why I do eBay still, because you can find things like this and do really well on it. And then in another yard sale, I found a pink one. This one cost me a little bit more, but still should do really well. It had a sticker on the top, and I cleaned it up real good. It works real nice. I just haven't had it. I found this just before I went to ASD, so I didn't have a chance to list it yet. And I'm still catching up on things. The order that I got at ASD came in, and so it's taking me a while to catch up on that. And plus, all this yard sale stuff. Anyway, that's a few of the items I sold this. It was probably in the last few weeks. I just thought I'd give you an idea of some of those discontinued items that you guys can find out there. It's not easy, but it's not hard either. You just got to do a little research. As I said earlier, go on Instagram and type in discontinued. There's people who talk about it. Hashtag discontinued items or hashtag discontinued eBay or whatever it is. I don't know. I don't do Instagram. My wife does, and she finds all this stuff. But you can find this stuff and sell it on eBay. If you have a scratch and dent store, go in there and scan everything and sell it on eBay. You can do it. You can make money. Anybody can do this. It's not easy, but it's not hard either. So with that said, thanks all you folks for watching tonight. I really, really, really appreciate it. I got to turn that off. How do I stop that? Oh, right there. Okay. I really appreciate it. You guys, you give me encouragement to continue with this stuff. And I'm glad some of you like those stupid how to fix it. Not really how to. Will I be able to fix it or not videos? And I promise I will do some more. I just haven't had a chance to catch up with everything yet. Once everything gets settled back down, I got a couple items I can work on and try to fix them. So anyway, with that said, I'm out. Thanks for watching. Like it if you liked it. Share it if you think it'll help somebody else. Subscribe if you haven't already. And make sure you hit that bell notification for future updates. I put the StreamYard link below if any of you guys want to do this. Sign up with StreamYard. I will get a credit for you guys signing up, but it doesn't give me any money unless you pay for it. So that's okay too. HKT Flippers, thanks for watching. And thanks for the words of encouragement. I like it. Bye, everybody.